in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Seattle Seahawks. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
On 1st down, it's Bass. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd down now, it's Bass, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. On 2nd down, Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Cincinnati.
Now a give, right side. Bass. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
22-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On second down, it's Bass. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
It brings up third down.
Now it's Burrow. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Seahawks nothing. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike.
Wilson gets rid of it quickly. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. This is Carson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd down, Carson, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. 4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down.
Now Wilson on first down. That's complete into the hands of Carson. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set them up 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's a quick throw right side. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And he's got it. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
A gain of 11. It's now 3rd and goal.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And this one through the uprights and good.
At 7. Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On 2nd down now, it's Bass. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Burrow. Dancing to his left. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Wilson. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Bengals 14, Seahawks 7.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Mike, 55.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So that one will be accepted.
Check. Fresno. Shit.
On first down, Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Interception.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Burrow will throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Yards. First down, Bengals.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 12 yards. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
First down, Cincinnati.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Carson, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
57 Mike. Mike 57. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Throwing on 2nd down, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. William Jackson with a pick, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
Set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He gives it off to Carson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Wilson. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Carson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The tackle made back at the 39-yard line.
Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the loss, here's 2nd and 12 from the 18.
56. Mike, 56, right? Let's get this ball back. Put on the field. Let's go. Mike, 56. Mike, 56.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to have a third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On third down, Burrow. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Uchenna Nwosu able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They run again with Carson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
That's the score. Bengals 21, Seahawks 14.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. First down. Here's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and now it's second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Play action. Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Wilson's good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Going for Metcalf. He's got a man. Complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A first down and then some. 36 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing again here. Wilson. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 31. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Now Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't moved.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And his kick is good.
Michael Dixon to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it first and 10. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Cody Barton.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll keep it on the ground. Bass. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
In on the tackle. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and inches.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
They'll run on first down. It's Bass. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 11 now. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Able to find Higgins. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On first down, Bass. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Daniel Carlson.
A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Makes the score.
Important extra point up and through. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go play action now. Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll run on first down. It's Bass. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Bass. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Now a timeout called for by the defense as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. 31 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
So with that need, 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you wash that spot, you know, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home.